YouTube, Pastor Bob here. Well, somebody asked me what I was up to, so I said, well, I'll do a video and go watch it because I don't feel like trying to explain everything over the phone. So, anyway, I just put this motor together. I freshened it up, some new rings in it. I put a little bit of a lift cam in it from Dyno. I didn't want to go too much because it's a bone stock motor, right? So it's got the stock rod and the stock piston in it. But I did take the governor out of it and plugged all those things up. I ran the pulse pump on it. Reset the valves, checked the valve springs. I didn't want to change it too much because here's the thing. If I was to change it and put 18 or 22-pound valve springs in it, then I'm going to have to change, the rod and the piston and the flywheel. And so I didn't really want this motor to swing more than, about 4,500 RPMs, max about 5,300, because of the flywheel issue, right? Not to say that it is going to come apart, but, it has happened. So, I just don't want it to happen on my watch, you know what I mean? So, hold on a second. I gotta finish tightening this up. Alright. So, anyway. I redid the I redid the carburetor. I ran all of this stuff. This is the same old stuff. I'm sure you guys heard of this a billion times. If you're just having a yard cart and you're just messing around, this is the cheap way of doing it. It's not very hard to do. I ran the pulse pump because sometimes, it's good to get more air across the whole motor, especially when it's not a reinforced block. Now, the reinforced blocks that you see from Dakar racing motors, which are actually designed by Dynocam, they have a reinforced block. The Tillisons have a reinforced block, and the Predator 224s have a reinforced block. So, the reinforced blocks, well, it's not, I don't want to say it's not important, but it's not as important to worry about taking the tank off and getting more air across these fins, right, to keep it cool, because that's what the fins on the head do. Plus you want a little bit of air going across your motor, right? If you could take it down a couple of degrees, it will help it. So that's why I ran this system. Sometimes it's good to put your tank somewhere else on your cart. Dispersion of weight, can really be helpful, even if you're just stock racing, So, that's why I did the pulse pump. Can it go bad? Absolutely, everything can go bad. People ask me about that stuff. I said, yeah, absolutely. Is it absolutely necessary? It's necessary to do this if you're going to run a plate, right? And you're going to have your fuel tank not attached to the motor, okay, and being gravity fed. If you're going to have it down on the deck somewhere or in the front of the car or something like that, you need a pulse pump, okay, because you're working with gravity. And gravity will be working against you and you'll never get the right fuel mixture. Now, a lot of people say, well, if I put my tank up high, well, here's a problem too. If your tank is more than 20 inches above your motor, you can have problems too. So, there's a fine line when it comes to where your tank's supposed to be. Now, you probably scratch your head and ask why. Look, you'll have to go online. They can give you the statistics about that. But I have actually ran into that. I had mine way, way up high thinking that, I'll never have a volume problem. But that's not true. So, keep that in mind. But pulse pumps, they're pretty cool. I mean, do they go bad? Absolutely. There's all different types of pulse pumps. These are the most inexpensive ones. You can usually get these for under $10. you know. But, you know, I just wanted to freshen up this motor and get it all fresh. It looks pretty good. You know, it looks nice. I mean, I don't think anybody would be mad to have it on their cart and run it, you know. I mean, unless they don't like yellow. So, I finished this one up. And I do something a little different. I put a piece of foam around this. It helps to, it still breathes, right? But it helps to keep some of the dust out. And I ride on dirt. I don't ride on asphalt. So that's one of the things that I did to this motor. Now let's come over here. Everybody knows this is my main cart. This is the one that I ride. So now this tank here is about maybe 20 inches, 18 to 20 inches above. And I think with this Mikuni carburetor, right, this VM22, actually I think this is a VM26. I can't remember. I'll have to remeasure it. But anyway, I just finished this motor. It's all built. It has a cam in it, has a arc billet rod, billet piston, you know, the red ring, head gasket. I mean, this has got billet flywheel. I mean, it's built, right? Now it's pretty much a stage 4 setup. Just been having a lot of trouble with the carburetors. I don't know how many carburetors I've stuck on this thing, but there's always an issue for some reason. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a pulse pump on this. I don't usually run a pulse pump on this one because this tank is so high. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go with an aluminum gas tank. I'm going to drop this down, and that way there'll be less weight up above and more weight down below. And do it that way, and maybe it'll feed the carburetor a little bit better. Next thing I got to do is, this is my 420. Looks like hell, don't it? Runs good though. I think probably after the season I'm going to take and rip this all down, and I'm going to hop this up and give this some new love. Hopefully that'll work out. And then I got my Kawasaki over there that I got to put another motor on. I mean, I have all the motor, I just don't feel like messing with it. I might just sell it. So that's I know people wondering what's underneath that tarp, right? A Cadillac, my Cadillac. Actually, it's Mary's Cadillac because she wanted one. Then out here, I got this cart here. I might do something with this year. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna do something with the motor though. I just finished up this cart. This one here is just, it's been all done. It's just got a basic motor on it, you know, it's nothing special. I didn't really want to go all out, so, you know, I still got the governor and stuff like that. And if somebody wants to take the governor out and all that, then they can. I didn't see the need for it, you know. It actually gets with the program. And sometimes people don't want all that stuff, and I figure, well, I'll leave it for somebody else to figure out if they want to do that or not. It's got new tires on it, front and rear. All the axles have been greased. I mean, this is a pretty straight cart. Dual brake system. I'm going to sell this one for $1,000 at best offer, so if anybody's looking for one, this cart here is for sale. And then my four-wheeler over here, I put a 212 on that. I'm going to freshen up that motor. There's nothing wrong with it, but I like to do freshen up every year. My bikes, they run pretty good. I don't have too many problems with it. Here's an old cart, old single wheel peel. I want to redo the carburetor, put a new carburetor on this one and give her some love. I mean, she runs okay for what she is. She's not bad. And then up front is my original cart I bought years ago. I don't know. I guess I bought this cart. I guess I bought this one here about 5 years ago. I guess 6 years ago. Now this one has a built motor in it too. This one here has a Predator 212 Hemi. So this one here has a hemispheric head on it. This one here is built up, and it just sits here. I haven't done anything with it. So I want to take and strip this frame down and redo the frame and probably, you know, put some shocks, better shocks than that stuff on me. I just kind of did it on the fly. Redo the whole cart, because I love the cart. It's just, I got so many projects going on, you know. I mean, I'm sure you guys know we're out there playing with carts. There's always something, right? So, I got to do something with this. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I haven't figured it out, but it's a great motor. I think probably what I'm going to do is take it apart and clean everything up. And, I mean, there ain't very many hours on that motor. Probably about 2 hours, maybe, on that motor. So, what I may do is take this motor and put it on my main cart out here and run that. And I don't know if you guys know that. That's Mary's cart, by the way. And then I got a stack of tires. There's a cage that I built for the big cart with a 420. I built that. It's not a bad cart. And then these are all these are two of my brother's carts over here. My lawn mowers. I got a bunch of them. This is, I think this is my 83 or 84. I can't remember. Honda Odyssey. I just got to put this back together. I got the parts for it. I just really haven't found the time, you know. And then my Yerf dog. This has been nothing but a headache. That's a brand new motor. Don't look it, does it? It's a pain in the butt. And I think probably what I'm going to end up doing is tearing all that stuff out there, making a nice new bracketry system, and I might stick a 420 on this one. Be a whole heck of a lot better than what's going on there now. That's pretty much what's going on. That's my brother's cart there. My brother's other cart there. And he's got more stuff inside of his shop. So, pretty much that's what's going on, guys. Oh yeah, I got another one back here I'm doing. This little four-wheeler here. So, I'm putting this Husqvarna motor on it. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I want to run for carburation on it and get that all set up. And then I'm going to make a flat seat going across here. I should be good to go. But, you know, like everything else, I mean, I cleaned my shop up, what was it, 2 weeks ago, I guess? I cleaned it up, and look at it. It is a freaking mess again. It's like, I asked, oh yeah, here's some other carts. This is a frame that I built. I haven't finished that up yet. That's a 1960, I think it's a 69 or 68, I can't remember. Manco. I haven't done anything with that, but I stripped it down and I painted it. That's it. And I leave it up there. It's more my collectible than anything. And then this one here runs dual motors. This frame. That's a heavy, heavy duty frame. It'll run dual motors. Dual, two strokes. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, you know. I'm always busy, but... So yeah, that's what I'm up to. Got a mess. I got to clean up my mess and go to the dump. And, man, it just never ends, you know. It's like constant. But, you know, now that I'm retired and just around the house, when I feel like it, I come out here and I piddle around and build stuff and fix stuff. It keeps me busy. Sometimes, you know, friends or family might ask me some questions or whatever. And periodically, people that I meet along the way, you know. Because there's always tricks to the trade. Oh, you know what happened to me? You guys are going to laugh. So I'm in here, right, one night, and I come over here, and I don't know what happened. I got off balance, and when I did, I grabbed a hold of my box, and everything come down. Oh, I mean, all my tools came out of my box. Some of them were still over there. Just everything went everywhere. And threw me off balance. I knocked all the stuff off of this bench. And all. It was just, I was like, man. I didn't get mad. You know, I did. I laughed, got up, shut the doors, shut the lights off, went in the house, had something to eat, I had a beer, and went to bed. I didn't want to deal with it. I just didn't want to deal with it. So, yeah. So that's what I'm up to. I'm just chilling and trying to get little things done. Oh, somebody was asking me about this. So I built this. Put it here. So it's got Sterling Vega speakers in it, right? These are tweeters. These are adjustable tweeters too. And I have the face for it. I just haven't hooked it up yet. But that is going to go in my cart behind my head. And on the back of it, I'm going to have a 450 watt inverter. And then I'm going to run two 6 amp hour gel batteries. So one will be for that, one will be for the lights for the cart. And that way, if I needed to charge my cell phone or something when I'm out riding, I can charge my cell phone. So I thought that was pretty neat. So I built that. So, at least I think it's neat. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a good weekend. If you ever have any questions and I can answer them, give me a shout out. Also, I'd like to thank all the new subscribers that have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. I do this to try to help people along the way. I don't really do a lot of in-depth things, not that I can't, but, there's so many people out there that got so many different ways. If something isn't working for you, that somebody else already told you, feel free to ask me. I work on this stuff. I know little tricks that other people don't know, Sometimes, I just don't put it out there because you know how people are. Everybody's got an opinion, And like my grandfather used to say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. And boy, was he right. I know. Pastor Bob was swearing, but whatever. I don't think ass is a swear. I mean, Jesus rode an ass. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a good excuse, but that's the one I'm using. Anyways, guys, hope you all have a good weekend. Take care. God bless. This is Pastor Bob, and I'm out of here. See ya.